Twitch support. We've heard concerns about the creators continuously streaming VODs while tagging their channel as live to farm Valorant drops. This harms the integrity of our drops program, so we've updated our community guidelines to clarify that cheating any Twitch reward system is prohibited. Now, I saw the rant from Summit about Valorant and the people that were saying they were live when it was really a VOD. It wasn't always the case like that. The people that were doing this would often put VOD in the title when they were running VODs for people to farm keys off of. So it wasn't entirely dishonest, but it was a live channel basically repeating VODs. Now, I want to be the only person who may bring this up. And so I'm probably going to clip this part of the discussion. But I want to be the only person, perhaps, that thinks of this side of it, because I'm not basically what I called Twitchbowl. So I talk about Fishbowl Effects. People that spend too long on one platform, or in one place, or in one whatever. And they eventually get so used to platforms like Twitch that they don't have any perspective on anything outside of Twitch anymore. And so, because I've seen so many people on Twitch that remind me of YouTubers back in the day getting upset about YouTube when they'd been on YouTube for too long and they didn't have any experience outside of YouTube. Because of this, I'm just going to refer to it as the Twitchbowl Effect, because it is a Twitch Fishbowl Effect. So, Twitchbowl Effect it is. But some of what's going on with Valorant shows that some of these big streamers on here don't have any background outside of Twitch, because otherwise they wouldn't be so upset about it. Like Summit, for example. Okay, yeah, it is annoying that you're trying to stream Valorant and a channel is getting way more activity than you streaming VODs because people want to farm keys. Here's the thing. We talked last time that we talked about this. We talked last time about the issues inherent in a system that encourages people to watch Twitch streams for the wrong reasons. And that's very much what's been going on. That is absolutely what's been going on with this whole Valorant thing. Once this is all over, once somebody gets their key, how many of these viewers that these channels are getting, how many of them are actually still going to get activity from some of these people that were just farming keys? You're not exactly building a community on Twitch by doing this. It just doesn't, it's not the thing to do. You're not building a community by doing this type of stuff. People just want their keys, and they're going to play Valorant, and they're not going to care about you anymore. There is no community building going on here. So eventually, this is going to negatively affect those channels when the audience disappears. Because they don't care, and they never cared. However, something a little bit more fundamental to this. Mixer, over on Mixer, you know, that other streaming site that should be doing better than it is, but keeps getting crushed. It's turning into the Microsoft streaming version of Internet Explorer, except it's not. People aren't being forced to, oh, wait, they have an Xbox, then they can push a button and send things to Mixer. At least that's the way it might be with the Series X. However, there's a lot of Mixer streams that are just coming from Xboxes. They don't have anything in them, no cameras or anything. It's just flat-up gameplay. I've seen some of them for myself. But at least on Mixer, your channel isn't completely empty when you're not doing stuff. People coming over to your channel page will see a replay of your last stream. And I've seen other streaming sites do this, where you can set it up to where whatever you're doing, the last one just replays until your next stream, up to a certain amount of days or something like that. So, the idea of having VODs to cover your downtime is not something I have a problem with. What I have a problem with is what the system is going to do, because people that are just fishing for keys aren't going to care about the streamers they're watching. So in a sense, I'm not so sure that anybody should be streaming Valorant at all if they want to build a community right now. They should be streaming Valorant because they already have a community and they can take the hit if they can't get anybody to watch who's actually interested in their ability to play Valorant. And I don't think that anybody's going to have a serious Valorant community until the game comes out and we don't have this key fishing stuff going on anymore. Lest we forget, what's going on with Valorant is technically beta software. So, this whole thing with Valorant, it's gonna come and go. But some people just don't like the fact that it's here. And yeah, sure, Twitch can update the community guidelines, but there's only so much they can do because this thing that folks like Summit and whatnot were sounding off about people running VODs when they go offline and not really streaming, already happens on other platforms. They're just not gaming related, or they're Mixer. So it's already happened before. And furthermore, you could technically say that Twitch should support this very thing that people are crying about with Valorant, in the sense that when you get started on Twitch, Twitch is terrible at discoverability. So if you are streaming at a time, maybe someone wants to watch your streams, but they're not online at the same time that you are. What can they do about it? Poke around your VOD catalog, or could they just go to your page and watch your stream? You know, don't list VODs, of course. Don't list people that are rebroadcasting in the results, or maybe you should. I don't know. Depending on the algorithms can be programmed either way. But maybe put live in a category by itself. But in terms of discoverability, Twitch is actually behind the curve on that one. Okay, so you just get started. People aren't watching because you're at the bottom of every list. You can't get viewers. And you have no chance of getting viewers unless you're streaming. Because who's going to poke around a VOD catalog if they can't even find your channel in the first place? So you go to all this trouble, and oh wait, you can play something when you're offline. It's going to be other streamers that you host to use the auto host list. So you can't promote your channel and you can't get it seen, because your only option when you're offline is to play someone else's content. Then you go over to other people's channels and they're like, no self-promotion, the mods will ban you. No. And you go on the Discords, and the Discords are like, no self-promotion. So the ecosystem is already stacked enough that you can't get an audience on here. There's just way too much back scratching with the big streamers all scratching each other's backs, while people who may want to get into this and may be good at it can't get their foot in the door. And you see website after website after website when you search for this on Google, where people are talking about, oh yeah, all the big streamers got where they are because they got lucky, or they knew someone, or they had it handed to them some way, or they knew somebody at Twitch. You know, you just go all over the place, and you see all of these complaints about Twitch, and quite frankly, they got to play some catch up on that. And I think that if Twitch actually went in the other direction and they rolled out a feature to compete with, well, they don't have to compete with Mixer, but if they adopted that feature that Mixer has, that people can always see what you were doing last go round when they come to your channel, or you can show up in results for a certain period after you finish your stream. Like, for example, one platform that I've seen would rebroadcast your last content once and have it be publicly visible. So what I would do if I was Twitch to solve this Valorant problem, but also not damage the ability of new creators to get in on the fun and keep Twitch vibrant and dynamic, instead of the same people over and over again, keeping fresh talent from amounting to anything. If Twitch wanted to really fix this, what they really should do is they should set it up where, much like on Mixer, your content loops after you're done for a certain amount of days, maybe the 14 or something like that. So people come to your channel, they have something to tune into. And you can choose to host other channels, or you can choose to support your own stuff by getting it some more possible exposure when people stumble upon your channel when you're not streaming. But at the same time, the very first playthrough of whatever it was you streamed will still show up in the browse and the search results, even though it's a VOD. So it happens a grand total of once. So you stream for 6 hours, and then the 6 hours after that, you get a rebroadcast, and then it goes to, you have to hunt for it. That, I think, would actually be the fairest way to balance having to fix this Valorant problem with also having to fix the problem where Twitch just isn't worth it. You got all these people coming in here, they're trying to amount to something, maybe they have some production value, maybe they care about showmanship and show flow and stuff like that. They're not spending the better part of an hour getting their stream going, or they're not spending 5-6 hours out of an 8-hour stream getting to the game they were going to say they were going to play in the first place, that they put in the description. We're going to play this game tonight. And then they spend the bulk of the stream doing all their other stuff. I mean, come on now. Where's the respect for other people's time? You have that on YouTube. You don't have that as much on these live platforms. So, but I think really that's probably the best way for Twitch to move forward from this and solve both the Valorant problem and some of their internal problems at the same time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, as they say, is that this part in particular is definitely going to be clipped in or highlighted and sent to YouTube if not the entire stream. But quite frankly, yes, this whole Valorant thing, it's a lesson to be learned for everything here, but there's definitely more that Twitch could do.